Hey everybody, Christian here with Madison Community Cooperative and the Worker Group. Today we're at International Housing Co-op.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to ICH. Hi. What's up?
Hi,
ICH.
Yes.
welcome to ICH.
And we're going to be talking about replacing the carbon filter for this water filtration system that you have here in your kitchen. And right now let's take a look at the materials and tools we'll need. Okay, so first up on the materials list we got our carbon filter. This one is a universal fit, and it is the carbon block for drinking water. This is really the only filter that we need to replace because this is such a simple system. It's only one stage, so it makes it really nice and easy for you. Of course, we're also going to need some silicone plumber's grease. This is used to make sure that the seals in the unit remain, new-like and do their job, keeping that water in the housing. Of course, the only real tool that we need is this wrench that we'll be using to remove the housing and take out and replace the filter. This should always be kept with the housing underneath the countertop, just so you don't lose it. Right now, we're going to make sure that we get back and do it right. Great. Now we're down here underneath the sink. You can see this is a really simple system. What we've got going on is water comes out over here off the line, cold water line, and through the tube here into your filtration system, and then of course up and over to the spigot. We're going to start by turning the water off, and then we're going to release the pressure on the bowl and take that off and replace the filter. Alright, so here you can see currently with this setup we have a valve here from the main water, or from the water line that comes into the kitchen, and it's a little loose, so soon that'll have to be replaced. But right now we can just try to turn it the best we can and keep it from leaking, just to get that water shut off and release the pressure. We're also going to take this valve down here. It's got an orange handle, and you'll see it's labeled water shut off over here. This tag here. You just make sure you cinch that down. Yep. And if it goes down, then it's closed. Okay, next up, after you got the water turned off, make sure you open up the valve here, and you'll be able to release all the pressure of the water coming out. Right down here underneath the sink, we've released the pressure from the system, so now we're going to go ahead and open up that housing with our wrench. Right. Now this one's a little against the wall here, but you can easily lift it up, get it off of that screw, pull your wrench out. If you hook it back on, you'll be able to have a little leverage against the wall and open it up. Hold this. You're going to want to turn it to the left to right. I'm sorry, from right to left, right. Okay, no, just from right to left. Okay, so now it's loose. I got it loose with the wrench. Now we're going to take the bowl off. Okay, off the wall. I don't need to take the hoses off because this is only a one-stage system. Normally if it was a more complex system, we would take the hoses off and bring it up so it would be easier to handle. This one's really easy, so we're just going to leave it like it is and not have to mess with the hoses. Just going to take off the bottom bowl. Notice there's a little bit of water coming through, so I got a towel down just to catch some of that, make it easier for cleanup later. Now, let's see, a little bit of water in there. Oh, there goes the filter. Alright. Now you want to make sure, if you can see this, see that O-ring in there. You want to make sure that stays with the housing. You don't want to lose that O-ring. Just make sure you don't get any leaks in the future. Right. Okay, now that we've got the bowl off, we're going to take out the filter. Of course, this looks like it's possibly the original that came with the system. And it's a little bit older, so it's got this plastic housing on it. Otherwise, you'd be able to see that there's an incredible amount of brown junk in the bottom. So we're going to dump this out, and we're going to clean it with just some normal soap, a normal dish soap. You don't want to use anything caustic. It's unnecessary, and then it'll be in your water supply, so don't go. Just going to quickly wash this out. Okay, now we're going to use our plumber's silicone just to spread around the O-ring and make sure that it stays preserved for future use. So get a little bit on your finger. Just work it around the edge. Just like that. Great. Now the bowl is all nice and cleaned out. We're just gonna shake the water out of it. Put that back in there. Just so it's, see the black? Just so it's seated around the edge and the bottom there. Yep. And then it'll seal up nice once we put everything back together. Okay, we'll insert this into the bowl. There's a little bit of a pipe down there. Just make sure it's seated in the middle. And we'll go attach it underneath. Okay, so back underneath the sink. And we got our handy dandy wrench again. I just made sure that that it's on there loose and then it screws up and goes most of the way up to be, you know, hand tight. Yeah, I can't tighten it anymore myself. And then it's, you know, just make sure that it's not cross-threaded. If it doesn't go smoothly all the way up, you need to take it off and just try again until you get it right. Otherwise, it'll leak like crazy. Okay. Wrench on there and close up. Alright. Good and tight now. Don't want to cinch on it too much, don't want to break it. Now that everything's closed up, we can turn the water back on. Switch over here. So we got the water on down below, and we're going to open up the spigot up here to allow the air to escape and allow that bowl to fill up with water again. Okay? I'm going to hold up a towel because it's going to get a little messy. Yeah, plenty of pressure. And one of the last things we're going to do before we note on the change log that we replaced it and what date we did, we're going to take our wrench here, make sure we just keep it with the system, and just hang it up here on the water shutoff. So it'll always be there, right there, when you need it next time. Okay, so last thing, real quick, just make sure that you use the form change log. That's going to be on the wall next to the filter. Nice plastic cover over just to make sure that it stays dry. So we're going to put the date on here that we changed it, and then we're going to go ahead and look ahead 6 months and see what it'll need to be replaced in 6 months, because it does get a lot of traffic. People use it every day and it will fill up quickly, so you want to make sure you change it every 6 months. Again, we've been at ICH replacing the carbon water filtration system. Just one stage, really simple like you saw. Won't take you any more than 10 minutes tops, as long as you got all the tools and supplies you need. Great. All right. Looks good. Enjoy.
Thank you. Thanks for changing that filter.